We got a really smart single best chart because I can't afford anybody to live in San Jose. I can't afford to live there. You can't afford to live there. Nobody can afford to live in San Jose.
If you want to move to San Jose, don't worry. You can't. That is the subject of our single best chart. Bloomberg used data from the Census Bureau, Zillow, and Bankrate. It wanted to figure out how much money millennials would need to earn each year to afford a home in the largest cities. So, of course, look, here's the cities we knew about. San Jose, San Francisco, Los Angeles, San Diego, Sacramento, New York. Way too expensive. Let's look farther down the list. All right, Salt Lake City. If you earn the median millennial income right now, yearly, and you buy a home, $3,108 is what you will have left over, based on estimates from Bloomberg, per year if you move to Salt Lake City. That gets better as you move down the list. Las Vegas, you've got $6,000 left over until you get to Detroit. $21,207 left over. Buffalo is down there, too, from your beloved upstate New York. But this is an amazing index because it actually quantifies just how unaffordable all the places you want to live are.
And what's great about it is each of those cities has a story. Like Virginia Beach, I assume, is that military pop. Is well. Las Vegas is its own world. But, you know, you look at the different... Austin, Texas is like the cool place.
Well, Austin is, Austin is amazing. Who doesn't want to move to Austin? Honey, we're going to move to Austin. But here's what I love. Baltimore, Nashville, relatively high on the list. Baltimore in particular, I was surprised by that. In terms of housing prices, they're relatively high yet affordable. $9,798 left over.
So if they all move there eventually, then prices will come down here, and then New York will be affordable again, right, Brendan?
If only America were that mobile, Lonnie.
But this goes over to the banking business, who they just be seeing J.P. Morgan. Jeff Rosenberg with us, and I know you cannot speak for BlackRock management. I think of Goldman Sachs with their huge Salt Lake City platform that they've built out. There's a pressure of commercial bankers, less the BlackRock asset managers. They've got to find those hubs in America where they can move people to do staff functions. I mean, it's there. They can't do it in New York anymore.
Yeah, look, some of the economic importance of the housing is really what's the overall cost of living, and when you're looking for data centers or places to operate, you want a low-cost operating center because it just reduces.
Well, let's move forward. In the next hour, Brendan has a fabulous Axel Merck essay on CPI. Do you believe the CPI numbers, or do they not capture our big real estate bill?
You know, there's a huge debate about what CPI captures and what doesn't it capture. There's certainly a real difficulty for the statisticians to capture what's going on in terms of housing. It doesn't capture housing inflation in terms of assets. What it sort of imputes is what's called owner's equivalent rent, the rental value of housing.
Oh, for God's sake, you say ISLM twice a week.
I thought George Carlin said impute. I thought George Carlin said impute was out. That was
well, let me jump in here. I'm actually looking back at this. What we really see is what tech has done to American housing. Top 4 markets: San Jose, San Francisco, Los Angeles, San Diego. There's a huge step down from $36,000 deficit in San Diego to $6,000 in New York.
Yeah, but still, New York's right up there.
No, I mean, look at this. $80,000 deficit in San Jose, $6,000 deficit in New York. We complain about housing here. That's really about the tech bubble.